Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's episode is dedicated to Sir Skelibate, who most of you probably know better as Atlas. It's thanks to people like him that I can afford to keep making these videos. So, thanks for your continued support, Sir Skelibate. As usual, I'll at least try to keep your character alive. The rest of the month flew by, and before long we had finished the vast majority of our final preparations. Our soldiers were trained, our armory was fully stocked, and now all we needed was to figure out how to actually get to the Elders. We were going to need to move quickly, because ever since we had started our latest research project, Advent seemed to be preparing for something big. We were suddenly getting reports of Advent activity from all over the world, and even Blightwalker seemed chattier than usual. I reached out to our most reliable contacts, looking for answers, and the spokesman was the one who finally came through.
Priority message for the commander coming through on a secure channel, sir.
On screen.
Sir, it's coming from the Advent network tower.
You heard me. He's taking a big risk contacting us like this.
Hello, Commander. You and your crew are to be commended. Your efforts in rebuilding the Resistance network and uncovering the truth about the Avatar project have been admirable. I only wish I had better news to report.
When does he ever?
Advent is not taking the death of an Elder lightly, and in turn have greatly accelerated the final stages of their Avatar project. A plan is now in place for the rapid processing of all non-essential human life, to begin immediately. Very soon, Advent's speaker will announce a breakthrough in gene therapy, a final treatment for the human condition. Billions will flock to gene therapy clinics across the globe. They will never return. I have managed to secure tactical data and access codes to the Advent network tower. The speaker's address will be broadcast live to a global audience via this facility. The whole of Advent's network will be listening. It is this hubris that we must use against them. The information I am sending you should allow Dr. Tigan and Chief Engineer Shen to take control of the transmission and disrupt their entire network from within. Though my hope is that this disruption will confuse the enemy's forces long enough to allow your final assault a chance of success, I ask one more thing of you. Take what you have learned. Let the world know what is happening here. Wake them up. Broadcast the truth before there is no one left to listen. It seems we are both out of time. Farewell, Commander.
This was the turning point, the moment where everything suddenly came to a head. In one brutal instant, we had lost our man inside, but not before he had exposed Advent's last-ditch attempt to wipe out humanity. We would mourn for the spokesman later, but for now our next move was clear. We needed to put together a strike team and take out that Advent network tower before it was too late. This was it. Our final push against the Advent Authority was about to begin. There was just one thing standing in our way.
Nothing on this end. All systems check out. It's almost as if our own signal is bouncing back at us.
Perimeter alarm!
Looking for a breach. Almost got it. There!
It's one of those things.
That can't be good.
So, this is the Avenger. Not quite the prize I'd imagined. Listening to this, I'd have thought it'd be 10 times that size. To think of all the effort I took to get this here. Oh well.
Get me a fix on its location, now!
Got it. But you're not gonna like this. critical systems throughout the ship. We can't take many more direct hits.
We're not going to. Commander, we need to take that thing out while we still can. Our forces can deploy immediately. Just give the word.
Attention all hands. This is not a drill. The Chosen are attempting a ground assault on us with heavy weaponry. Prepare to defend the ship. We have to take out that gun. The enemy turrets are hammering the ship. We have to take them out before they breach our hull.
Commander, that Chosen brought some sort of massive artillery cannon with it. There's no way we can take off while that thing is operational. They're powering the cannon with a supplementary generator on board that truck. It will probably take them some time to build the charge. So if we can take that thing out, the cannon itself will be useless.
Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to episode 52. This is it. We've finally started the final chain of events. And it looks like we're starting things off with a special base defense mission. We actually talked about this mission a little back when we were facing off against the Warlock. This mission is only triggered if you let a Chosen get to maximum level, which is why we've been putting up with the Blightwalker all this time.
I am on the move.
Of course, now that he's actually triggered the mission, he's officially overstayed his welcome, so we'll be paying him a little house call in the near future.
I'm on it.
Now, just as a heads up, this is an extra long mission. We've got over 30 enemies on the field, and we're controlling 14 units. That means I'll be keeping an eye out for a good spot to cut the episode. I know, splitting the mission into two parts kind of kills the momentum, and honestly, I'd rather keep it all as one big, extra long episode, but I can't really justify doing that given YouTube's recent behavior. At any rate, I'm pretty excited about today's mission. It's basically a special version of the base defense mission, except instead of trying to get into the Avenger, this time Advent is actually trying to destroy it. They've showed up with a small army, and it's our job to go out there and wipe them out. So, let's get started.
Keep an eye on it.
I'm on it.
Maintaining this area.
Covering now. Affirmative. I'm covering now.
Attacking on sight.
Savor the moment. It's looking like your last.
Funny, I was about to say that to you.
The Elders must have caught wind of our operation. They sent in one of the Chosen. We should try to track that thing down and deal with it before it causes too much trouble.
Okay, now that the Hunter has shown up, there are 32 enemies on the board. We're going to start triggering pods the second we climb up on top of this plateau, so we need to be ready for it. Since we've put Atlas in charge of the mission today, we'll let him lead the charge.
Here I come.
Oh, and we've got contact. Looks like they're starting us off light. We've got a Spectre, a Mech, a Purifier, and a Stun Lancer. And of course, the Mech has already gone on Overwatch. Okay, first things first, I'm pretty sure that Spectre just moved itself within range of our turrets. Let's cycle through all of our soldiers here until we can get to the turrets, and take a few shots at the Spectre. There's a solid 10 damage hit. And a miss. There's another miss, but we took out his cover. Got a 6 damage graze that time. There we go.
I hope you're not expecting me to go down that easy.
Now let's have Atlas toss out a Void Rift. See what kind of damage he can do.
Step into the void.
Not bad. That knocks the mech off Overwatch. Oh, and he just grabbed the Purifier. That knocked the mech off Overwatch, mind-controlled the Purifier, and panicked the Lancer. Not bad. Let's start getting the rest of our guys up there. With 10 operatives on the field, we've got a severe shortage of cover.
I am at your service.
There is nowhere to hide.
Fortunately, Chiron is stealthy enough to just stand out in the open. He can also take one shot before he has any chance of losing stealth. So let's see if we can take out that Lancer. Nice.
Remember, they are not victims.
Alright, just 30 more enemies to go. Let's keep moving people up.
On the move.
We've got one of the armored cars in sight, but we should probably prioritize the enemies first. The mech still got armor, so let's get one of our grenadiers up here.
Moving to position.
There we go. That knocks off all its armor and puts it on the brink of death. Now let's start bringing some of our guys around the side of the plateau here.
Let's move already.
We need to start pushing up on those armored cars. Unfortunately, given the nature of the mission, I'm not sure how much more use we're going to get out of those turrets. We'll put them on Overwatch just in case.
You skirmishers seem to have a lot in common with the mutants. Short on brains, big on brawn.
And now.
Okay, let's take out that mech before we forget about it. There we go.
X-ray neutralized.
Hair trigger proc, so let's hit the armored car too. And we'll keep bringing people up. But we need to be careful not to overextend ourselves here. There's still 29 enemies on the field.
Sure thing. Absolutely. Moving to Overwatch.
I await their approach.
Got it covered.
My watch begins.
On Overwatch. Got it covered.
We've got pod number 2 in sight.
Advent troops here.
Looks like a priest, a shield bearer, and a lancer.
You cannot run. I got nothing. I must concentrate.
Blightwalker just moved up to elevation.
I see you.
Looks like he's got his eye on Karn. Sniper versus sniper.
The shadows us.
Oh, and he knocked Chiron out of stealth. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's keep moving up. Mox can move a little faster with his grappling hook.
I take a new approach.
Now, let's see what we can do about this enemy pod. Obviously, we want to get Henrik in there as fast as possible, but he only builds up focus if he actually kills a target. Oh, you know what? That purifier is basically just a focus battery. Let's move him up front here. Oh, there's pod number 3. Mostly just infantry, but that mech just went on Overwatch. Huh. Looks like some of our turrets have line of sight. Let's take a quick look at our targets here. Okay, we'll take out that armored car. Not bad.
That's one turret down, but we still need to deal with the rest. Watch your flanks out there.
There's a nice hit on that shield bearer, too. There's a lot going on here, so let's take a look at all our options, then we can decide who should make our next move. Alright, let's get Henrik up front. We'll have him hit the purifier. That'll give him an extra focus and let us set him on parry.
We'll pay the price.
This might actually be a good time to get Williams in there, too. This is basically what the Reaper ability was made for.
Maybe you'll have better luck with that thing than my sibling.
Ah, of course. Well, that's a damn shame. I thought it was safe to attack the priest since he was at 1 health, but apparently not. Still, we'll just have to take it in stride. Let's hit these guys with a couple of bombs. They're pretty well spread out, but if I can take out this armored car, it should kill the trooper next to it.
Locked on!
Very nice. Let's have Purge start circling wide.
Affirmative.
Sadly, those plateaus are blocking line of sight for our turrets, so we'll set them on Overwatch. Oh, but we can still take shots with these turrets. Karn's in the danger zone, but Blightwalker can't kill him in one shot. Let's take out that trooper. Nicely done.
Hostile terminated.
If Advent were any good, they wouldn't need me.
On your order.
Ah, and there's another pod. Berserkers this time. Okay, there's still too many enemies on the field, so I think we're going to need to use another blaster bomb. Let's see where we can put this. I think this looks good.
Right behind you.
Ah, shoot. Obviously, I meant to hit the Lancer. Well, let's keep taking shots.
They live no more. Victory brings resolve.
That takes care of another trooper. It's a long shot, but let's see if he can take out that Lancer, too. No luck with the whiplash, but
I did nothing.
there's still justice in the world.
Justice comes for all.
Oh, that will always be my favorite move. It really makes me wish we had managed to unlock another skirmisher.
It did not stop them.
Now we shouldn't have any trouble finishing off the Lancer. In fact, I think shotgun's in a good position to do that.
What did you expect?
Oh, and that gives shotgun a free movement action. Let's have Atlas clear some room.
Finally.
Since we've got 3 berserkers on the field right now, let's have Atlas grab one of them. We could really use a decoy.
Let me in.
That's a nice trick, but I've seen it before.
That could be trouble. The Codex is just going to kill itself, but those specters could do some real damage. Well, hopefully the Berserker can buy us some time. Let's focus on our right flank for the moment.
Sure thing. I go where I am needed.
Maybe I should take over for Volk. Show you how a real hunter operates. What do you say?
The only fate possible for aliens.
That mech's still up. It might end up doing a little damage to us with micro missiles, but I'm hoping it'll just go for Henrik.
The Advent power cells are at maximum charge, Commander. Their cannon is primed and ready to fire.
You were born for this. Now get out there and fight.
They come for me.
So far, so good. Now let's see what those specters do. I think the Codex is about to kill itself. Yep, there it goes. Okay, the Spectres are all wasting their time on our Berserker. I can live with that. Oh, I totally forgot about that priest. Good thing Williams didn't.
By the numbers.
The elders really don't like it when you kill off their priests.
I will always find you.
And Karn is about to be shot.
You're in trouble now. One more shot should do it.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Sure, Karn's bleeding, but that guy loves blood.
There's nowhere to go.
Okay, Karn took a bit of a flesh wound, but we're still doing pretty good here. We're coming up on the 30-minute mark, so let's clear the rest of our right flank, and then we'll go after the big guns next time. Hey, our turret can take out another armored car. Let's do that real quick. Might as well take a few more pot shots while we're at it. Now let's bring Atlas up a little closer and see what kind of damage he can do. I could use Soulfire, but no Lance does more damage.
Where will you run?
We do have this Berserker to worry about, but before we waste any time on it, let me see if I can get Karn up here. He's wearing the Berserker suit, so there's a small but notable chance he might actually be able to neutralize the Berserker just by walking in front of it.
On the move.
Looks like that did it. That should keep the Berserker busy for a turn or
Go
two.
heal him.
Now we'll have Phoenix toss out a couple of heals. We'll stop the bleeding on Karn, and I guess we'll toss a heal at our friendly Berserker too. That way it can keep soaking up enemy fire.
Give them a heal.
Let's bring Williams up, and he can take a shot at that enemy Berserker.
On my way.
Now we need to pull all our guys out of this psychic vortex here. Fortunately, most of our guys have auto-loaders now, so we can still take shots.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and we do still have that mech over there. I'll have to remember to kill that thing before the end of the turn. You know what? Let's just take it out now. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
That also gets Luke a free movement action, so let's move him up a little farther.
On my way.
Now we'll pull Wojtek out of the vortex, and he can reload and take a shot at the Berserker.
On the move. Let's rock.
Berserkers inside Berserkers, like adorable little alien nesting dolls. Let's get Purge back into the
No
fight.
need to ask twice.
Now we'll bring Mox up, and
As you order.
oh, right, he doesn't actually get a free reload. He could take out that Berserker with Wrath, but that would also almost certainly get him killed, so let's not do that. He could also use Teamwork to give Karn a free action. No, we'll just have him reload. Now let's pull Chiron out of the blast zone here. Then he can reload and take a shot as well.
Volk says I am to obey. Give me a minute.
No line of sight, no point in tossing out a Claymore. Guess we'll just put him on Overwatch.
No one will cross.
Now let's have our Berserker punch something in the face. I guess we'll just take out this enemy Berserker. Actually, we might be able to take it out with Henrik's auto pistol. Oh, scratch that. We'll have Henrik start focusing on that other Berserker.
First strike surges forth.
Now we'll punch this Berserker in the face. Ah, and of course it survived with 1 hit point. Whoops, the cannon's about to fire. We'll pick up here next time.